Have to click live first. Have to click live first before talking. Fugdat, the party is here. And I like that mentality. If you're not first, you're last. I wish everybody thought that way. But there's a lot of people that don't, man. A lot of people would be offended by you saying that, I'm sure. And that's the way I think. You go and get what the hell you want to, and you push everyone out of the way to go get what you want. That's my thing, right? You see something, you know you want it, you go and get it. And when I say push people out of the way, I'm not talking about pushing kids over or pushing women over. Just in case I've offended some certain, genders or cultures or religions or countries or communists, or because that's how life is now. It's just a bunch of bullshit where people follow the stupid trend of the system. Everyone's the same. Everyone acts the same. Everyone wears the same clothing. Everyone buys the same styles of clothing. They get the same haircuts. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. And the ones that are unique, that wake up in the morning and that comb their hair their own way, will be passed off as morons and weirdos. Sad, eh? I saw an old interview of Bob Marley, a Canadian reporter, very sad Canadian reporter, asked him how come people thought that he was so strange. And I was looking at the guy there, jean jacket, long hair, dreads, nothing weird about him, But that's how the world is today. People see things different. There's two types of people in this world. There's the people that are awake and the people that are asleep, unfortunately. Hey, that's you. How's it going, man? Christopher Rollins in the house. Thank you, sir. Peter Benton. How's it going, man? Thanks for coming back, brother. You guys are going to cheer me up. People that get offended need to drink and smoke more. Cheers. It's a coffee, but I'm still drinking. Yeah, it's true, man. People are special. Good morning, Master Bruce. Thank you, Justin. Floyd Stats is in the house. You guys are going to cheer me up. Yeah, I have a top 10 list today. We're going to be doing a top 10 list of titles. I need some music. Of titles that I will never use on a live stream. And I read them to my mother, and my mother says, don't post them. So she didn't get it. It wasn't very funny. So I said, I'm going to have to, I don't know, I'll probably get rid of the list, but, did a lot of work. I think it was hilarious. But anyways. Diane Richter's here. Hello, how are you, Diane? Thanks for coming back. Or is it your first time? Those of you, if it's your first time, please let me know. I always love hearing about first-timers, which is always really cool and greatly appreciated, of course. There, I smudged them more. Perfect. Thanks again, Mr. Stats, for being here. I appreciate it, man, for everything of the support. Ricky Police Watch is in the house. Hello. How's it going, man? Thanks a lot, bro. Agreed. Mr. Steve Towers, hi. The highlight of the week with a commercial. Bruce is all. You're too kind, Mr. Towers. Thank you very much, sir. You deserve having your comment up online. So I'm just having fun with that. But actually, can't thank you enough for the support, my friends. Really, really can't thank you enough. Hey, I was able to get the same. I'm reading what Andrew's saying. Yeah, man. Why not? And honestly, if you have to change the clothing for others, if your clothes is clean, I can't see why you'd have to change it, right? But that's how people are in reality. Mr. Towers, I was able to get the video up on Bruce is all on here before getting the live stream up. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, stick around and take the time to go see it after and leave a comment and like the video if you appreciate it. The close-up UFO. We go back and examine I'm not finishing my sentence. The close-up UFO over the house that came down. I put a green filter over it. We're analyzing the characteristics of the center of it, talking about theories of bending of light, camouflage on this, whether it's a craft or not. Interesting video. looking at the explosion I recently showed you with the infrared camera, where we see a flash of light. We can see a static electricity start appearing around a UFO in the sky, and the static electricity at one point seems to create a blast of energy, of light, photonic energy, whatever. I don't know what it is, but we see it with the infrared camera on the video. Desiug, thanks, brother, for being here. Jose Lopez, long time since I'm here. Hello, Bruce. What you know about Skinwalker's Ranch? I know a little bit about it. I heard, well, considering maybe I don't actually. The Skinwalkers is some type of entity, if I'm not mistaken, right? But I did hear that ranch come up. I assumed it was related to that. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, maybe I am wrong. But Skinwalker's Ranch, I've heard of that before. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, actually. I thought it did have something to do with, in relationship to some type of entity. Maybe an entity being seen in the woods. Diane Rector, thanks again. Hey to you. Nathan. Whoop, Nathan just disappeared. Let me go back up and get him. Mr. THP, salut à toi. Merci, mon frère. Pour le sport, brother. And then there are aliens, like Andrew says. Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. So Nathan completely disappeared. I'll find you, Nathan. Nathan's, I got to thank you, man, for just subscribing to the channel, or just arriving to the channel for the first time. Whether you guys subscribe or not, it's not necessarily important. For me it is, but it's not a necessity for you all to subscribe. Jose Lopez, sorry, long time since I'm here. Hello, Bruce. Hello to you, man. Yeah, what you know about Skinwalker's Ranch? So that was an interesting question. Like I said, so long me, it had to do with the entities, but I thought I had clicked on Nathan Bond. There he is. Did you get the alien statue? Where did you? Oh, the alien. Yeah, man, that's that is a life-size alien that I ordered online. The 6 times that I was able to order something online. I'm not a really big orderer. I got no credit card. I don't order crap online. But that was expensive. It was $300 or maybe less, $275 if I'm not mistaken. Life-size. It's bendable. It's very lifelike when you press on it and move it around. It's a wall ornament, by the way. A lot of people don't know that. It's made to hang on the wall, and that's what it's doing right now. It's just that I hung it with its feet on the ground. In reality, a lot of people have objects that inspire them and stuff. Listen, I research about UFOs, aliens, and then completely into entities. Why? Because a lot of people have spiritual encounters in life, and it's not necessarily something they want to share with others, but they research all of their lives about entities, the ones that are getting attacked or whatever. And I consider myself one of those people. Alien abductions. I just don't have a term for what happened to me. I call them phenomena, ghostly experiences, entities, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people have to live all their lives for it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will get sick over it. The fact of trying to explain, like what's going on so that people will know. I'm not at that point. I haven't gotten to that point. And I say to myself, I see a lot of experience from other people online. Thanks for being here, Mr. Towers. And you guys, Andrew, everybody, I got to thank you all for having become members. Mr. Rollins today, thank you so much, sir. By the way, Christopher Rollins is here. He has his 14-inch telescope. And, of course, he's going to experience some bad weather in the minute. We got to give him a chance for the full moon to come out. You might miss it this month. It can happen, man. And if you miss it, don't worry. You'll get it next month or the month after. I don't know if you remember, or maybe you weren't here, Chris. At the beginning, when I got the 14-inch scope, I went I went 3 months without being able to show what I was capturing and show the moon. And once the moon arrived, boy, I was happy. Thank you, Mr. Rollins. I appreciate that, bud. Incendio, welcome. Hey, everyone. Hope you're all well. I am, sir. Thanks a lot. A commercial. Bruce sees all amazing work. Thank you very much. Thanks for appreciating it, you guys. Is it glitchy? Thanks for letting me know, man, because I will let StreamYard know when it's done, unfortunately. And glitchy, I guess things are slow or something for you guys. I'm sorry about that. It can happen. I don't know if it has to do with me having uploaded a video recently. Maybe my glass is crooked. I'm always flipping out on that. Yo, mate, Anne from Holland here. Hello, Holland. Thank you very much. Jurassic F. Thanks, Anne. I found you, True Cliff High. Well, I have to thank you very much, Cliff High. A couple of people have mentioned me here. He's got an amazing channel and a great community. Please be sure that if you do see him, to tell him thank you. And if he's watching, thanks a lot, brother. I appreciate the shout outs, definitely, if he's talking about it, the research and stuff. And it's some amazing findings, you know. The ideal is that my research should not take away from anyone's channel. It should add. That's what I wanted to do when I got here. I wanted to add to the channel, to have more people interested in the findings and compare and mingle with the other researchers. But that's not how it worked. That's not how it works anyways in general when you have a YouTube channel. I've had a moment with the UFO as well. Mate, shown my big R's torch at it, yes, and it lit us back right away. So those are amazing tests, Justin. It looked like the old gas heater grids with all the glowing tubes. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. That's interesting. I haven't seen that. Maybe the elements of the craft itself. Man, I know the Pentagon's a bunch of, let's just say, with all due respect, there's the lights flashing in the bathroom now. We can let the Pentagon say what they want and have our own opinions of them. But there's one thing that they did say, that there are a lot of different types of UFOs out there. So the different types of UFOs, there's lots of different characteristics of what they look like and what they do. So you talk about elements and stuff like that. So yeah, people are seeing many different types of UFOs, definitely. And that's crazy and interesting, actually. Just getting back from being in the city universe, crazy out there. Glad I live in the country. Floyd, I'm in the country-ish area, and I'm telling you, I don't like large towns. They scare me. I have problems with, anyways, electrical problems all of my life. I've been saying it for years. Look at every stream and every video. But in the big cities and stuff like that, it's not my place. I don't like being there at all, actually. I'm sure I'm missing some people. No, Darla's not there. Free speech. And you're back. Yes, I am. Thanks, you guys. Hey, Alfie Joe Bob, how's it going, brother? Thanks again for being a member, Alfie. Eh? Hey, Dana Shiver. I always have butter. I have the butter right here, actually. Yeah, it's heating up right now. Actually, the popcorn's going to heat up. The very beautiful Dana Shiver. Hey, New York. Thank you. I love the name, by the way. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for the ongoing support, my friends. Big Head Martian. I must have missed him. Hello, brother. Nice to see you, man. Dana's in the house. Used to see UFOs in Arecibo. Arecibo, Puerto Rico all the time. Wow, you're lucky to live near Arecibo, brother or sister. Oh, Incendio. Sorry, brother. Always knew since a child we are not alone ever. You're absolutely right about that, man. 100%. And wow, Arecibo, Puerto Rico. So you maybe had the chance to get a glimpse of one of the largest telescopes in the world, and or you were close to it in Arecibo. Arecibo telescope was in Puerto Rico, and at the same time, it was demolished. At first, those of you who don't know the story, real quickly, something was broken on it. They didn't know how it fell. Something over top fell onto, I believe it's a platform, fell onto the center. And that was at the end. There was two times that it fell over. 24 hours, and hey, it could be maybe even just 15 hours. The day before, they had decided the Arecibo telescope was too dangerous in Puerto Rico, and they took it down. But before taking it down, there was a crash that occurred the evening before, which is damn scary. Thank you, Incendio, for being here, my friend. Tony Brooks. Darla, now how do I become a member? Wait, I didn't say hi to Darla. Where's Darla? Dun. Yes, Jurassic F. 10-4. There she is. Hey, Darla. Christy Lindsay. I didn't see Christy. Is in the chat. Hello, sis. Hey, how's it going, Sirius Black? Thank you very much. She's here, Justin. I just saw her. You'll see her in a bit, I'm pretty sure. And if you don't, do let me know, though. Yeah, man. I don't know. I bet you it was creepy in that area. But I know that Arecibo telescope got some incredible signal the year before in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. They got a signal in space. They got a message back in space. They told us a signal. We don't know what the signal is, but it's very interesting. And I think it's no coincidence that it was taken down. Yeah, it did crash. Crashed twice, Jurassic F. What happened is a part broke off, an arm, and absolutely obliterated a part of the telescope. Then a 1,000 pound or 1 ton, whatever, platform over top crashed down the exact evening before the morning they were supposed to go there to disassemble the telescope. So they were talking about having to disassemble the telescope. So Ivar, I did not see Ivar. Hey, Beth, thank you so much. I'm happy I went back up. I have a lot of problems here, Beth, being able to see everybody's comments for some silly reason. But there's Christy. Don't talk about food. Haven't had lunch. I'm sorry. Are you kidding me? It's like 8:30. That's not good, my dear friend. You shouldn't go that long without eating. That's really not good, especially with the bloody work that you're doing. Nice to see you, Christy. I had one hell of a month, actually. I've been really busy this month. A lot of people I didn't connect back with, and like I keep repeating myself, but can't say I was negligent, but in a way I sort of was. A lot was going on this month with the hot water tank and now ghosts and having a party here at the house. You're always welcome, Beth. We are an amazing bunch. We have a hell of a lot of fun here, and you'll see amongst in the community members, there's some other people that have some cool channels too. Should have a call in something. Hey, Brenda, I actually love that. Holy smokes. I'll be honest with you. I just recently started finding out that could be possible, where people can call in from home and actually call in here, and we can have some calls of people come in, asking people whether they believe or disbelieve in UFOs, maybe talk about religions or whatever. I mean, bring a whole bunch of subjects up. But that's interesting, Brenda, that you talked about that. You maybe got in my head because very recently I've been trying to look that up and to maybe do something like that if it's possible. So if it's possible to have a number that I can get just with, it's because I'm not thinking of the name of the bloody program, that makes the meeting calls. In other words, Zoom. Is it Zoom? What the hell's wrong with me? Sorry, memory blank. I think it is Zoom, whatever. Zoom calls. You could have a phone number where people can actually call in and you could hear them live and stuff. That'd be pretty interesting. Thanks, Brenda, for the suggestion. Sab the Seeker's in the house. What was that? A fly from the basement water, maybe? Yes, I did, Sab the Seeker. Just going back up, man. There's Evar Romanoff. Thanks a lot, my friend. Heidi Ho from Troublesome Canyon, Colorado, USA. Not funny, man. I'm wishing the best for all of you down there in the States. Hearing a bit about things that are going on here and there. Where's Dana Shiver? Jeez, not funny, eh? I can't see. Dirty, rotten imbecile. How can I not say hello to my friends? Floyd Stats. Thanks, bro, for welcoming people. Dana Shiver. Thank you for supporting this channel. Dana, you rock. I'm feeling the love, you guys and gals. I live rural, too. That's the best, Brenda. It's awesome. Less people, the better for me. I could see you all here online. Mark T. Keen, how's it going? Bruce, I don't get any of you. Oh, that's Mark. I'm sorry about that, man. I miss you, brother. I've always to go and search to get you. What's up? Do you know your bro from the US of A? Hope you guys are doing okay down there. Mark T. Keen, I have no idea, man. I'm actually very sorry about that. Really sad that that's happening. I know for a fact a lot of people are having problems with this situation, unfortunately. A lot of people are not getting the notifications. I'm a nurse, 1968. Oh, Beth, 10-4. Thanks for letting me know. I was wondering why you were so sweet. Hey, Andre Obi-Wan is back in the house. Thanks for the contributions. Merci mon frère encore une fois pour les contributions cet après-midi. Merci d'être revenu. Ohio is in the house. Tracy Reed. Sorry, guys, for missing. Really sorry. Brenda, this is how I see it too. You know, when my father died back in 1980s, I really, really felt the connection with anything and everything that was shadow that was appearing. It did all start a little bit before my father's death when I was younger, so long what my mother told me. But it really started getting wacky as I grew up, and now even more as, I'll be honest with you, when I had my true awakening that brought me to tears, 3 of them so far. I thought I was in one this week, but maybe not. Overwhelming awakening. And I'm talking about an awakening where you feel like you have to start calling everybody and, you know, that you just have this major realization. Every time I woke up and had a realization like that, hey, thank you. Transport Inquiry Podcast, thank you. Please DM me and we can Zoom about my experiences. Thank you very much, Transport Inquiry Podcast. Listen, I'm going to have to... Oh, my friend, listen. During the live streams, anytime that you want to come on and talk about experiences, let me know. You don't have to warn me ahead of time. I have an option right now to share a link and stuff like that where people can come on and talk about it. I'm here for that. I want to share that chance with everybody and anyone that wants to come on and talk about some things also. So, no, but I'll get back to you for sure. And if not, like I said, do come to the live stream. You have more than welcome to have a chance to come on and to do some interacting here, sharing knowledge with the community. You know, we don't talk about the pandemic. We don't talk about that because I was blocked already with that, you know. Unfortunately, it makes me sick not being able to speak my mind on that, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Thank you, New York. Love the name, by the way. Pink Dude had plenty of weird dreams afterwards for months. It's funny you say that, Pink Dude. So far, and I don't dream very much, but I've been feeling, you know, different feelings about what I saw the other day. It really, I have to admit, it sort of didn't mark me at all, actually, but it makes me open my mind even more every time. Hey, thanks, Mr. Towers. So far, absolutely nothing about with the bag and stuff. There's the bathroom light that flickers very rarely. It flickers usually when I go to the bathroom. Stupid, eh? I know it sounds nuts, but I'm being honest. There's last night upstairs, and listen, people can laugh all they want. The other ones or the trolls or whatnot. This is all going to be filmed, right? I have a lot of experiences here in the house, and I know for a fact that the fire alarm keeps going off, and I'm going to go put the fire alarm on now upstairs. And obviously the windows are open because it's actually getting warmer this evening. I'm just going to go put it back on real quick. And I guarantee you that during the evening, it probably will go off just to show that I'm honestly speaking of it. And I hope you guys don't think someone's upstairs causing smoke or turning it on. But you see how, Mr. Towers, the beauty of it all is that the spirits are always hidden. No matter what I'm going to show or tell people, there could be someone upstairs that is actually, starting it. When you think of it, it's always hard to prove these things. But yeah, I am going to put my fire alarm back on in case so I don't burn down. I have to take it out because it goes off in the middle of the night and it wakes me up. And when it wakes up, I have this treacherous thumping heart, Mr. Towers, because I think that there's maybe a fire in the house and I get up and then I have to rip the battery out of it and stuff. So let me go plug it in. I'll be right back to listen to that. Reread the comments. Going upstairs to where the person died. Alrighty then. So I'm going to plug you in. You guys want to be active? Be active if you want. There you go. Don't make me look stupid. Right. So I told the ghosts not to make me look stupid. They better friggin' start that alarm. But I'll be honest with you, Mr. Towers, the tests that I do like that, silly little tests, you never know. And it's only someone that's going to have a lot of activity. It's only somebody that has the activity that's going to have the chance of doing the test. And for whatever the reason, some people told me it's electrical static. Well, electrical static, could it start a device just with a battery? I don't think so, but maybe it can, but you never know. Which, like I say, I highly doubt that the alarm is going to ring while we're doing this stream, but you never know. You never know what can happen. That's another thing, Beth. Thanks for asking. That's amazing too. And listen, somebody did come to the house when I was younger, and it was a whole bunch of tall, black, draped people, whatever, had cloaks. And I always said, imagine if they have a holographic image of your room up in the ship. I don't care what people say. I want to be the first to be able to tell this because I think it's really genius. Imagine how hard would it be to come and get you where you are and to teleport you up on a ship, no matter how, bring you up, whatever, but bring you there on a place where you're lying down, but that you feel like you're still in your bed and that the surroundings, when you look around you, is just your room where they went and got you. Why did I think that? Well, my mother even mentioned it to me. She said, if you were yelling your head off, and she was in the room next door, guys, two gyprock pieces of gyprock. Okay. Hello. Anybody hears through it. And I wasn't able to get her attention by banging my freaking fist on the walls and screaming, Mom, Mom. I was young. And then all of a sudden I was I was going to say I was back. That's what I felt. And leaving my room, screaming at my mom, did you not hear me screaming? No. Then I asked my mother's um, boyfriend, did you hear me screaming? Nope, they didn't hear me screaming. So that means in the room where I was screaming my head off. I had people all around me, which they weren't touching me. I can't say that I felt a thing because I put the blankets up over my head. And when I put the blankets up over my head, it works as an adult, by the way. Not only kids do that. And you put the blankets up over your head and you can't see, you know. It's sort of like a Freddy's nightmare sort of thing where if I'm awake, I'm okay. And if I'm not, things happen, you know. So there's some truth to those horror films. Peter Benton, thank you so much, brother. Do you have any gadgets to communicate with spirits? Be nice to actually talk with them. Listen, I don't anymore. And it's unfortunately because you know the EMF meters and stuff. I tell you what, I can invest in that. That won't take any time away from my research. I can invest myself in an EMF monitor, and also not just that, to be able to detect different frequencies. I like the programs where they have the lights and the points and dots, and the programs where you can actually see if there's something moving. I don't really know a lot about those programs. That when I'm talking about the lights, I don't really necessarily trust it. But that is something I can look into, Peter. And like I said, you guys, never fear that I would never stop this channel. No matter how haunted the house got, I'm not ever going to stop that research on the moon. It's too important. It's something that you guys appreciate so much, and it's something I'm never going to stop. Say to yourself when the videos that I post are extras, right? It's just an extra something that happens at the house that I'm going to post as an extra video. This is my work. It's full-time work, researching what's on the moon and in space, because I know they're hiding things up there, and it's something I'm going to continue to do. So I hope you all know that. But Peter Benton, I will check that out. You guys must know it, eh? The EMF meters, those little recorders where you can record a message and talk, or record in the air, quite simply, or a message. They are now going for $400 US or Canadian online because they're picking up other frequencies. So these radios actually pick up distortion from other, and I say distortion, they pick up other frequencies and waves. And sometimes you get a message back, you know. I've experimented with those EMF object, every device. Way back with many people that had it, way back when I used to do CB. And let me tell you something. It was always instantaneous when I went somewhere with a friend to talk to the spirits. It's always the friends that laughed at me and said, what the hell are you doing? And that's a bit ridiculous. I always believed that the people that I was with back then, well, the energy sort of broke that spiritual connection because they didn't believe in what was out there and stuff like that. So never really had the chance to do some tests. But recently somebody asked me, you should film inside of your house. And I was like, well, I'd film, but I don't see anything except for, in other words, when I see activity, it's once every 3 weeks to 3 months. It's not something that's every day. Just recently, it's been happening every day for, that's not true, for 2 days, 3 days, something like that. Everything. So, of course, the smoke alarm upstairs is not going off now. Perfect. Good. It makes no sense that these devices and objects go off. Some people say, well, maybe it's me setting these bloody objects off, and that's another possibility too. It could be. But anything I catch, Mr. Towers, I'll be definitely talking about it. I was afraid, Mr. Towers, about posting the video. Talked really, really in depth with my family members and stuff like that. And my mother's always supported my channel 100%. Even if she doesn't have time to be here, she supports it a lot. It was because of my mother that I got my first telescope. She tried to push me to, when I like doing things, well, she knew that, money's always been a problem for you, for me, for everybody. When we don't have money to get certain things, we don't get them. and gave me a little push on getting a telescope. And just so happens I was able to capture a lot of activity. And I understood in life that some people have all the activity and attention and some people don't. Whether it be because they're chosen for some type of secret project, you know, I know I'm a bit far ahead. And when I come here, I don't hide anything from you, but I do limit myself um, expressing 100% exactly what I know is going on or what I think is going on. I have my belief, like you guys and gals have your own belief. Secret projects exist. When I'm seeing all these lights and stuff around me, guys, this could be entities that we have no clue who they are or what they are. The government too, or it could be government projects. Maybe it's static electricity in the air, the satellites that are causing me to see the telephone, reacting like that. But one thing a satellite doesn't cause is for a ghost to appear in the house. And sparks is a form that ghosts present themselves as, whether it be ectoplasm, which is real, by the way. We'll laugh, we'll say, oh, ectoplasm, like Ghostbusters. Well, films have a lot of truth in them. Films have a lot of truth in them, right? And I think it's there. Those films are there for people that are awake to the possibilities of things that are out there. So in reality, it's like saying there's a secret society that we're all in without us actually having signed or having to go to a club on Sunday, right? Because half of the world disbelieves and the other world, the side of the world, believes. We have people that believe because they're researching and believe, even if they've not had experiences. And we have people that have had spiritual encounters and experiences where no one will ever tell them that they don't exist in reality when you think of it. Just very interesting. Thanks again, y'all, for coming by the stream. You'll see the other ghost video up in a couple of days, y'all. I'm not going to keep you from it. Don't worry about it. Just have a lot of other videos I wanted to get up first. Again, I don't care what you guys say. I don't want to destroy this channel. I don't want people, because I'm getting subscribers, to say, well, Bruce is going to start posting ghost videos. Because I'll be honest with you, I bet you the paranormal field is a lot more sought for online than the UFO field. I don't believe that, but I know YouTube is holding back. And I say YouTube, it's the government, the source, that is holding back people from sharing their honest opinions, and, you know, an attack on freedom of speech, unfortunately. Maybe Trump's going to fix that. So I guess the feed has stopped for about 20 minutes ago. I haven't seen any other people comment. Did I? Shit. Nope. Fuck them. Hope you're not talking about me. Just keep watching. My friend Mods, ravi d'être là. T'es ici. Tu es le bienvenu. Je te remercie beaucoup. Merci pour votre patience. Vu que ça me prend comme toujours une éternité pour être capable de voir le monde arriver. Merci. Thank you, Alfie. Oh, yes. Thanks, Darla. Zoe Smalls in the house. Thanks, Zoe. Thanks for coming back, my friend. Most movies tell you exactly what is going on. It really does, Brenda. I believe it. The secrets are there. That's how we are allowed to express ourselves. We can express ourselves through music, express ourselves through paintings, but we can't necessarily come out and say, you know, the cabal is taking over the world, because they don't really like us talking about that. But in reality, Patty's in the house. Film slasher Brian O'Connell, guess I had a quick ride. Hello, welcome. There's another person that comes by often. Thanks, guys and gals. Yeah, we are, Sab. We definitely are, brother. Hey man, I'm gonna be asking you how to share my screen soon. My desktop. I think I can, anyways. That's when the channel is going to explode, brother. When I start doing like Brenda says, I think it was Brenda, when I get that phone call up, start doing live show, online, interacting, talking about UFOs, secret projects, aliens, entities, spirituality, cultures, religions, recipes, anything. We'll talk about anything. Kelly, welcome. Atkins is in the house. It's all a ritual, Jurassic F. It is all a ritual. Everything they're doing is a ritual. Basically, the ones running the world, theoretically, that's a movie title. They're running the world and they're using magic, right? Yes, Jurassic F. Absolutely. If it's them, you mean fuck them. Yeah, definitely. They won't be able to do anything anyways. They're going to go get half of the world that is fearful, and the other half they're going to leave alone, because if not, the other half is going to go rip their buildings down. They're not stupid. They know it. Mikhail Jennings. Long time, brother. Glad you're full time now. Absolutely, Mikhail. Yeah, it's been a couple of years now, man. I'm starting my 6th year next month. What are we? My God, July. Next month is going to be 5 years completed of researching on Bruce Swartz channel. When you go on my channel, it says that in the about, it says that I opened it in 2011. But unfortunately, I wasn't doing research in 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2015. I was working very hard with people on a medical bus. Great experience. That, honestly, great experience. I met some amazing people in this town. There's a lot of disabled people in my town. For whatever the reason, I noticed that when I started driving the buses, this town, there's a lot of disabled people. They come and live out in the country. It's normal. Sometimes people that have disabled children want to have nice big lawns for them and quiet environment. Sadly, it's sad, because it'd be nice to think that a family with a disabled child would be able to be in town. And, I see it a lot. I see a lot of disabled kids in the park here playing with the other kids, and I think it's beautiful. I really do think it's beautiful. I thank the kids when I see them doing so. I try to tell them, imagine how nice you are to that kid. Imagine how thoughtful you are, how that kid's going to be so happy he met you. Universe Inside You is a great channel, makes you think. Thank you, Richard Diddler. Yeah, there's some good channels out there, man. Definitely good channels out there. Merci encore, TC. Thank you, Howlin' Piper. He was here before, and I didn't see him here now. But if you're here, my friend, thank you. Thanks, girls and guys and girls, to be able to. Anytime, I'm a coffee drinking friend. Kelly, we all are. We love the coffee here. We talk for hours, most often. And we talk about a whole bunch of different beautiful subjects. These are channels I like to see. Psychic, Medium Jason, welcome to the channel. More than honored to have people that are researching and studying in spirituality. As many psychics, even better. Oh no, it's magic. Even if you believe it's not, it's magic. It is. It is. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. It's not described as magic, but that's exactly what's going on. I agree with you, Psychic Medium Jason. Welcome, brother. There's Howlin' Piper. Just checking in. Thank you. Mary, Almeida 602, how's it going? Nice to see you. Welcome to the channel. I bet you Darla got to you before me, as she always does. Oui, merci, mon ami TC. Non, je ne mangerai pas de suite. Moi, là, je ne sais pas si tu parles de moi, mais moi, là, en tout cas, vous êtes incroyable. Là, la chance que j'ai de faire une interaction avec du monde comme ça, ça dépasse ce que je pensais que j'aurais fait. I have to say that, guys. I never thought that I'd be interacting with that many people on the site. I know that my channel is being held back, but I didn't think that I would have a community, though. That's not something I had ever really thought of. And it's sort of really not sort of, it's amazing. Film slasher Brian O'Connell, thanks for being here, bro. Magic knows no one you know. Magic is I know you though. Magic is just an energetic reality modification. That's well said. Think of what he said there. Magic is just an energetic reality modification science that most people aren't advanced enough to recognize as such. Well, you're absolutely right about that. You are absolutely right about that. Science is magic itself. You said it. I love your icon, by the way. Beautiful icon. Yeah, seriously, that's well said. It really is well said. And like I said, the way they present things to us is the way people usually believe it, right? Follow a book that was written by God. That's what's in it. Do this, do that, and that's what people usually do. That's how things are, unfortunately. Thank you very much. Jurassic F. If you are starting to get hungry, I will not be on that long. I won't be on too long to bother you all. You have to check out the video too, my friends. There's been a lot more views this week on the channel. I'm more than grateful. Alchemists. Now you're talking, Brenda. Listen, Brenda, I have books here about that. I have books here about magic. I have books here about anti-magic. I have books here about every subject and everything that I've not even really ventured in. But there's a secret world out there where people are doing a lot of incantations, sorcery, magic, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm open-minded about that. Who am I to judge someone that does magic? What do you want me to say? And I'm not talking about, magicians there. I'm talking about somebody who does spells to harm people. It could be possible. Certain religions have things related to that, like in Haiti, Dominican Republic, there's certain areas that they do. There's a lot of voodoo. Voodoo is real. A lot of people do spells as much as some do things to make positive happen. If you are in bed saying something and feeling what you say, I'm not saying reading a book. When you read, you don't have emotion. You're the emotion that you have when you're reading, you're getting it from what you're reading. But when you express yourself and you say a prayer for whatever the reason, for good or bad, it still has meaning. Unfortunately, some bad people are out there. But when you pray or wish for something good to happen, there's nothing wrong with that. And in reality, there's maybe a little bit of magic in that when you think of it. When you're sort of wanting something to happen, there's some type of energy transfer that would have to occur for that message to get to whoever you're saying it to in reality. Whether we say it's magic or just speaking to God, it's terms. The terms is what separates us all down here. We have the same needs, the same ideas, but we express them differently. And sometimes the words don't come out properly. We don't share them properly. Mr. Floyd Stats. I've been very paid 903. Okay, I thought I had missed that. Thanks, brother. Thank you very much, Floyd, man, honestly, for all the support, brother. The moon has its own atmosphere, or is it being created? That is the question. I believe in terraforming, that if they were terraforming the moon, it could be possible. I believe they could terraform the moon. Would they be doing things in the atmosphere, like spraying stuff and maybe exploding certain things? Because we have no idea what they're doing, the technology they're using. We have no idea if it's an advanced race or if the race on the moon is not advanced as us, or maybe it's a human breakaway civilization. But that's a good one. For me, I believe that the moon has possibly enough atmosphere maybe to breathe on it, speculatively speaking. And why? Well, it's simple. Um, if it's true what they say, that Earth's geocorona extends the far reaches of the moon, and the geocorona is quite simply what represents the furthest point from Earth's center, or Earth itself, in the atmosphere. How far does the oxygen extend into the atmosphere? Like, in other words, how far does the oxygen go around the Earth? How far does the atmosphere extend out to? And it goes past the moon. So a lot of people come here and say, Bruce, the moon is in Earth's atmosphere. Yes, you can't say no. That's confirmed if we depend on what they say about the geocorona. It's true. Jurassic F, go and eat something. Go and eat something. Yeah, free speech, literally free speech itself, like the free speech, is definitely on holidays. I have some interesting books here too. Hey, give me a second. There's one thing that I never understood with people. When somebody buys a book to read up about something, does it mean that person is necessarily into that stuff? No. People that research about the truth of what's going on, I hope you know that you're going to have to research Satanism. No, I don't have a book on Satanism. Don't worry. I look up online. But in reality, there's a lot of things out there that people have to go into and look into, certain fields that maybe you don't agree with. You should go venture into them anyways. If you're going to go into black magic and venture into it and remain stuck and intrigued because you want to do a spell on a neighbor you really despise, be very careful, because spells can whiplash back onto you, I would assume. And again, it's just speculation. But, alchemy. Alchemy a long time ago was something that people used as terms as sinus iridum, Bruce, as science. And before science, well, science is sort of hiding the magic, and physics and chemistry. It's all part of alchemy, just different divisions and subdivisions of the field, if you want, where all these people create all these equations and the elements to make mixtures in laboratories and stuff. But when you think of it, it's being used for something else, right? Maybe scientists are using it for that, but the cabal and all that, you got to wonder what's going on, and there are books out there that people would probably not believe exist either. Like, I'm surprised, actually. I've never even read it, but it's an old book. Here's one. Crystal Gem and Magic. Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Crystal Gem and Metal Magic. Looks even more spooky with the light on it, Anyways, there's that. A lot of interesting books. And when you venture into trying to find out the truth and you look at all those books and stuff like that, it's, what can I say? It's going maybe to wake up your mind to other things. Like if they're doing that with precious metals and stones, what if there was a precious metal that is always needed to do sorcery or incantations from the cabal and stuff? Would they be mining it? Of course. You got to look into those things. But these are interesting books. Here's a great one. And some of these are from auctions, cheap books, $2, $5 that I pick up once in a while. Sometimes people try to get rid of it. This was a really cool one. It's actually an illustrated dictionary of religion. That was a really, really good one. Very good one that I often look into. And I'll be honest with you, let's say somebody doesn't understand a certain culture. Well, if you go look in the encyclopedia of it, they tell you um, the how the religions form, the ideals, what they believe, and certain people practice. To make yourself a bit more conscientious when you go talk about someone's religion or culture. A lot of people don't know that the Buddhists um, they don't praise a god. Did you know that? And a lot of people don't know that Buddhists give homage to someone who was Buddha, which is a human, right? That did a lot of things and wrote a lot of things. And it's not somebody that they prayed to as a god. But when you study about culture, oh my God, am I talking about religions? Okay, change subjects. No one, all this because you got into magic. Listen, I'd be a liar if I told you that the idea of magic didn't intrigue me. But I'll be honest with you, when you see a lot of entities and stuff like that around you in shadows, do you think I'm going to freaking do a spell? I don't want to open other portals around me. So how is a portal, if there are portals around Earth where ghosts are coming to and from, I don't know, heaven? What would happen if Earth shifted? Would there be a shift in that portal of where people are transporting? How is that affecting the people that have been using time machines on this Earth for 100 years, if it exists? Could it ever, did it ever occur to you that a shift in the magnetic of the whole planet, a shift in the sun and everything, how that could change the way people are teleporting? It could change the portal. So in other words, a certain portal that will send you to Mars could send you to Andromeda instead. It's a little scary when you think of it. Apparently in secret projects, there's been people, if you listen to things like Third Phase of Moon, which is apparently interviewing astronauts going to space. You got to wonder what the hell's going on with that. If the Pentagon is not closing down a channel for talking about some astronaut speaking in space, is it real? You got to wonder how come some people have access to certain information where some people just, absolutely don't have that information. I read, I'm starting to get hungry 10 times and you're making me hungry. Hey, Jason Arnold, thank you so much, man. Wow, bro. Love you for that, man. It takes a big man to be able to, go up to another man and say, hey, bro, thanks for, showing me something that I hadn't really thought of before. And I appreciate that. Jason Arnold. Hey, man, it's worth being pinned for sure. Sausage Jockey's in the house. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Jason Arnold's in the house. Welcome, Jason. Thanks a lot, my friend. Jim Schultz is here. I did not see him. If Jim Schultz is here, hello to you, my friend. Film Slasher, that's... Those of you who don't know Alchemy or what an alchemist is, please look it up. It's interesting. The magicians in reality, so to say. There's Mr. Schultz. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for the comments, man, and everything. Does anyone have any rhodium? It's at $20,000 an ounce. I only have about 72 ounces left, but I can ship you a couple of ounces if you want. Rhodium. It's funny. There's an element. There's an element alchemists are using. Heck, transmutation. There we go. Michelle. Hello, welcome. They say that crystals, thanks, as Floyd is right there. Oh, First Nations, don't move. I'll get to that. They say that crystals, Lemurian, were programmed with key to knowledge by Atlanteans we unlock with frequencies, sort of history in them. Beth, Do you believe that there is a history, a science that was hidden from us? I believe it. I believe it's that. That's why ancient um, books and old documents are all held at the Vatican, I believe, and I bet you they all talk about everything that went on. I bet you they talk about dragons. I bet you they talk about the Nephilim and giants and spirits and the tests that they must have done. Do you guys believe that they did tests on spirits thousands of years ago? I believe that the ancient civilizations were so advanced in spirituality that they had powers. That's a theory, but I'm telling you, I would believe that 100%. And I believe that every single thing, maybe not everything, but most in science, Thomas Edison, the light, everything, I believe that was all invented a long, long, long time ago. And that people were gloating or people had access, however Nikola Tesla had access to certain information. But again, he's my mentor. I'm not saying that he's not real. He probably is. But I believe way before him, I'm talking way before Nikola Tesla, there were people doing experiments like Nikola Tesla. And I believe some type of coil could have been invented before. Those of you who do not know Nikola Tesla, I promise you, I confirm to you that if you look him up tonight and you go see a documentary of 1 hour of him, you're going to come back and thank me. That guy is a miracle, what he did. And often those people are hidden from people today. The teenagers today, I'm not going to be interested in that, unfortunately. When you think of it. Thanks a lot, everybody, for coming by the stream. The next solar flare says, Squirrely Crypto. Hello, my crypto channel friend. The next solar flare will cause technological blackout for about 2 to 4 years. Let's talk about that. How scary would that be? There's something wrong with my eye. How scary would that be? I'll tell you what. They prepared ahead of time. So when that happens, they're going underground. People have the communication devices for the eventuality of this happening for sure. And it's going to happen. I don't know how long it's going to last. Look at in the UK, right? Was it the 1800s? There was a solar flare, a massive coronal mass ejection in the solar flare. The energy came back to Earth, entered the wires and devices of people in their homes, and a lot of people died. Now, listen, imagine this occurring in the 1800s. It's not going to be in the news. It's going to be in a newspaper of little towns and stuff. It's not going to be on the internet so people will know what happened. And there are thousands of people, if not over 20,000 people that died when that happened. And that's back in the massive coronal mass ejection that occurred a long time ago, where people were up in the wires, working on the wires. They got cooked. They died. They were killed. Interesting. We don't know. And I was supposed to see what Floyd said, and I missed it. I'm going to find it. The medicine man says it's not magic, but a deal made with woo. Oh man, you don't have to tell me. I don't know if you're Indian or not, but I tell you what, I have Indian blood, by the way. I have a connection with a lot of people, a lot of the culture, Indian cultures, and I'd say every bloody one of them, the way they talk about nature, the way they talk about the mountains, the way they talk about everything. And a medicine man says it's not magic, but a deal with the other dimensions. I actually heard that in a story, and this beautiful Indian story, actually. And it's probably that one that you're talking about for sure. But that's really interesting. That is really interesting. Some incredible stories. I've ventured into so many cultures, a whole bunch of cultures, even the ones I disagree with. And it comes down to the same thing. We're all looking for truth. We all believe in some type of higher being. And it's really sad that we all disagree with each other. Like, I'm not talking about you guys. Harry Om Mani Padme Hum, thank you. Yeah, Brenda, I mean, theories are incredible here. You're going to see a lot of theories come up. As much as the other people that come to this channel are effing smart and they bring a lot of positive to this channel, bringing a whole bunch of theories and stuff, and just makes my mind explode that we're trying to wake people up to their evil ways. Oh, yes. Tell you, Beth, there's a lot of people that this is basically what the cabal, what the government's doing to us. They're trying to wake us up to their evil ways. I don't know if you're like me. I see a couple of people this week that went to the evil side, and I saw a couple of people this week in politics that went to the good side. It's a battle of good and evil. I think that's true what they said. Michael Stark is in the house. Beth, Indian and First, there's the hiccups again. Bruce, Indian and First Nation people have so much to offer us. They do, Beth. I connect, Beth, with them all. Any chance I get, the First Nation videos online, I comment all the time. I tell them I love them. I tell them I feel for them. The bullshit that's going on, excuse the expression, with the kids that were buried. Anyways, I'm not going to get into it. You all know what I mean. I stand for them. I saw the chief of the First Nations chief talk about, or one of them, I don't know if there's more than one, excuse my stupidity. The talk, I believe there's just one. First Nations chief talked about asking for solidarity from people to support them in their time of mourning. How thoughtful and how humble of him to have spoken in that way after the disgusting things that happened to that amazing people and culture. Michael Stark's in the house. Photons, I hold it to heart. And I talked about them several times. The First Nation, what they're going through. I'm not in their tribe, but I don't have to be. I support them 100 effing percent. Photons, Michael Stark, an interesting subject. A little subject that I did a little bit of research on. Also retain the structure of matter. Then they pass through in a vacuum for at least 30 days without any matter. Photons scatter like sand in a vacuum. Okay, you just blew my friggin' mind. They retain the structure of matter that they pass through in a vacuum for at least 30 days. Without any matter, photons scatter like sand in a vacuum. Interesting, eh? Photonic light can travel so fast in space that it can create heat and enormous amounts of energy. It's intriguing when you think of it. Black holes. We're just studying it, right? Science is in the beginning of of time. That's where we are. You know how I used to think we're in the when they talk about the beginning of civilization. Well, we are still there. I'm gonna close the door. Hold on, guys. Close the window. People looking in the house, morons. What the hell is he doing sitting in front of a microphone? Black holes, science, they're just studying it now. They have no idea what black holes are. They're playing with antimatter. So what they're doing, they don't want to start by the basics of science. Science wants to go get an object that will make the biggest freaking bomb. We're all going to agree with that. Science is looking for elements to make big bombs. We're looking for bombs so we can blow the shit out of China, so we can blow the shit out of Russia, no problem. And they're going to do the same. It's all about taking control of the world, not the country. Now China is trying to take possession of trade and stuff like that. It's really sad, really a sad situation. John P. Adventures. Hello. Thanks, man. Thanks, Darla, Dana, for welcoming everyone, you guys and gals. I appreciate it so much. A sixth grade grandmother, there's a lot of cool Indian stories in my family. Hey, thanks for sharing that, Kelly. Kelly, I have a lot of Indian people here, people from the Indian culture, different Indian cultures. And I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome that people connect from any any culture that you are. We got black people, Chinese people. I'm very careful now when I talk about China too. It's important to say that we're talking about the government being communist and corrupt and not the people. I always make a note of that. Love you, Beth. Thank you. My nurse. I have a personal nurse now. If science was any good, says my friend Floyd Stats, we wouldn't have what we have today. If science was any good. Yeah, I agree with that, man. I missed something you said about the First Nations, bro. I didn't find that comment. For whatever the reason, I connected a lot with the Indian tribes. I'm not going to hide it from you. Indian rituals or ceremonial rituals, of course. We're not talking about incantations, ceremonial rituals and weddings and just talking about higher beings or stuff like that. I had a lot of amazing emotions in it. There's something that gets to me when I see Indians doing an Indian dance or a rain dance or something. It really goes and gets me. I get in tears. I was in paranormal research for 7 years. I believe shadow people are visitors. Jason, thanks so much for sharing that. I've had the experience of seeing what I believe, if it's the same term that you're talking about, the shadow people. And good night, Christopher Rollins. Check out my channel after you watch Bruce's video. Christopher Rollins got himself a 14-inch telescope, and he's looking forward in sharing his findings with you all. So you guys and gals go and connect with him. He's also a big contributor to the channel, big supporter to my channel, to other channels, Cindy's channels, and other research channels. And I support everyone who comes here and that is on another channel. Some of you have your favorite channels, but you take the time to come see mine. I really thank you for doing so, you know. Do you have a sword in your house, Bruce? I feel like you have a sword somewhere. I know. Not everybody knows, but I have one. Yeah, I got my sword. I found it, guys. I found that sword where there was an old house, a real, and it even has the hand thing at the end, has design and a whole bunch of stuff on the blade, and I found that in the ground. All knights have swords. Oops, almost threw my sword in the ground. I got myself a recent sword. The modern day swords. Dude, you must be laughing. Did you think who said I had a sword? Thanks, Jason. Where's the comment though if I had a sword? There you go. Oh, look, it's a psychic. Yep. You had a feeling. You had a right feeling, man. The sword's right beside me, dude. It's right here. It's on a hook. I like that. It was pleasant. Connecting energies, psychic medium, Jason. I'm all into that, man, and I love you for it. That was cool. Diogenes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome. Thanks. Hoskin. Diogenes Hoskin. No one you know. Hello. Thank you, Darla, for welcoming everyone. Hello from Martin's Ferry. Okay, sorry. I knew a Martin Ferry. I just had a pause. I thought it was a little inside secret hint that you were giving me that you were Martin Ferry. But anyways, hello from Martin's Ferry, Ohio, everybody. Thank you, Ted Scott. And if it really is you, Martin Ferry, hello. I don't think it is. Thanks, Ted, for connecting, brother. Once Mama Ego is out of the way, we will advance technologically. There's lots of things. I had to do a lot of, Kelly, I had to do a lot of, Kelly Atkins, thanks for commenting. I had to do a lot of changes in my life as I grew up to better myself. And I'm always trying to do that to better myself. You're an angel, Dana. Thank you. Thanks, Darla. But yeah, I had to better myself in certain ways. My goal is always to better myself. I know it's the goal of a Mason, but I assure you I'm not. But like you all, you must have looked into Masonry. You don't have to be a Mason to want to look into it and research in it. To be a Mason, you have to be invited by a Mason, they say. Different levels, 33 levels and stuff. So, alchemy, Masons, secret societies. When you start looking that up, it's really, really cool. I was brought to so many different fields and subjects and theories and ideas. And I learned some secrets a lot in life about, everything about secret, the fraternities. But do you know that it always comes down to that? I always said, imagine if the world was ruled by a secret society, and it is. I absolutely believe that it is, 100%. So here is my top 10 list. I'm going to read the list of live stream titles that you will not see here. Again, I have a top 10 list. Oops, I think I have a top 9 list of titles that you would never see me post, or that you will never see me post on my channel. And of course, it's supposed to be funny. And this is what I started reading to my mother, and she was like, eh? So I don't know if I should read them or not. I'm not David Letterman there, but the idea was the top 10 list. I get it. David came up with it. Okay. Give him the credit. I can throw pens too, when you think of it. Coffee, anybody? Microwave, can you beep twice for me, please? Oh, it's working. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. So once again, I'm reheating my coffee because I keep talking too much. And so, top 10 lists of live stream titles that I will never write in and never get the chance to be able to do here, that you would never see on a YouTube channel once my coffee's ready. Are you anxious, mother? Are you watching? How many will unsubscribe? Good night to y'all. You too, Chris. I'm getting off myself too. Finishing off with the list here. And psychic medium Jason, I got that sword along the highway of the 30 highway, Auto Route 30, right here on the way to Montreal, going into Montreal, where there was a house, a brick house, stone house, not brick, that was taken down, that was there for the longest time, and the whole land was sold. And before they sold the land, I went to start digging up things on the land. I saw some cups, some coins, and I found that sword in 2 pieces right there on the territory. So. The sword is pretty much unstable. It's broken. It was in the ground, metal in the ground. I don't know what it is, but let me tell you something. It should be iron. But anyways, it was in the ground, and it wasn't rusted at all. I took it out of the ground, and I found the hand piece, the round part. I found it in the basement of the old house, which it was just a hole in the ground, vegetation growing through it. I could see something chrome in the bottom, and I said, it must be the other piece of the sword, and it was. And I was there with my friend Bob. We went down into the basement. I visited a lot of old areas and, cemeteries and whatnot, a whole bunch of places back in the days. And I didn't do a lot of filming going to those places. which I deeply regret. I should have, because it would have been really, really fun. So, live stream titles that you will not see me put up on this channel. Welcome to Bruce Swartz Let Research Channel live stream, where we talk about tracking down disbelievers in their homes. So that we probably won't see here. Let's see. No, that was actually number 6. Sorry about that. You watching, Mom? Top 10 list of titles I will not use on my channel. Welcome to my research channel. Come and have a drink with Bruce. That's a title that I wouldn't post, right? Welcome to my research channel, where we discuss about finding a way to eliminate the cabal. Too bad. Wouldn't be able to use that one. That would be a cool one, right? Titles you will not see on my live stream. Number 3 is left out. Okay, so there's nothing at number 3. Welcome to Bruce Sees All Research Livestream, where we share and compare nuclear key code passwords. So we won't be able to write that as a title ever either. No wonder David Letterman closed. Welcome to Bruce Sees All Livestream, and join us in the last prayer before the big one hits. Donations not necessary, of course. Number 5. Weren't David Letterman's top 10 lists boring? Okay, another number. I don't know which number it is. Welcome to Bruce Sees All Research Channel livestream, where I already read that one. Welcome to Bruce Sees All livestream, where female community members can come on screen, where we can compare breast sizes, and note the community will take a vote on it afterwards. But I don't think it's going to be popular. Number 8. Welcome to Bruce Sees All Research livestream, where everyone gives out their personal phone numbers and addresses so we can stay in touch. That won't happen. Okay. You watching, Mom? How about another one? I won't read the 62 that I wrote. Welcome to Bruce Sees All livestream. Thanking my 10 million subscribers for the support. That is definitely not a title that I will be using here. And I did all this without the help of Norm MacDonald. Okay. But I'm supposed to throw the paper and I'm supposed to throw the pen like David Letterman. Right. Let's go back to the comments. Let me know what you thought, Mom. Alexandros Tsarambidis. I'm going to say that right. It's probably Greek too. Alexandros Tsarambidis. Welcome, my member, a friend. Alexandros, you became a member, and I'm not thanking you enough, as I didn't get a chance to thank you at the moment you became a member. So, where were you in the 2003 power outage? Oh, yeah, brother. The power outage in Canada caused by a CME. I know I was in northern Wisconsin. 2003, I was right here. 85, 95. Oh boy. I wasn't here yet. I wasn't in my home yet, that's for sure. And probably didn't really notice it, dude. I'm being honest with you. The power outage in Canada caused by a CME. I'm not going to lie to you. Wasn't familiar with that at all. I know I went back afterwards to hear that it happened, but where was I? I have no idea. When electricity went off, maybe people thought, I don't know what people thought. Jim Schultz, what was pretty crazy here, my man, was during the ice storm. If you guys and gals have not seen the ice storm of Montreal in the 90s, please go and look at it. It's absolutely incredible what happened here. It was crystal palaces everywhere. The ice took down every single tower in Quebec. None of them stayed up. All the towers were taken down. The helicopters had to come and shoot the ice off of the towers because they were completely filled with ice. So they had sniper rifles with snipers in the helicopters, Canadian military copters that were shooting the towers to break the ice off the towers because it was taking down all our towers. And this, it happened after 24 hours, my friends. The ice started falling on the towers, and the next day they all started coming down. People were killed here in Montreal from ice falling off of the roof. So imagine a big chunk of ice falling off the roof that weighs about 600-700 pounds or 300-400 pounds. That was falling on people on the sidewalk. Even though we've experienced storms here in Montreal, people weren't used to the fact that, looking up, expecting ice to fall from a tree and kill you, wires. I was working at Toyota's when the ice storm hit, but it's not far from that date that you gave anyways in 2003 too. I was there too. But not at that moment that it occurred in 2003, I can't say that I remembered it happening. I don't know if my mother would remember it probably more than me. I really don't remember that. Still can't get over the sword. That was cool. I've showed the sword before once and only once, and it was a hell of a long time ago. You weren't here. If I go back, I bet you everything I can catch it on camera. Feel no weight. That's terrifying, but so interesting. Yeah, feeling no weight. This never happened to me. If ever it happens to me, I'll, experiencing weightlessness. Have any of you had the chance to experience weightlessness? Like really go in those machines and just, I don't really think it feels like weightlessness. A fan on your stomach throwing you up into the air is not quite like weightlessness, I guess. But wouldn't that be amazing, experiencing that? Alexandros, thank you, my friend. Thanks, brother, for the support, my friends. Higher tech is based on math of 12, not 10 like ours. We can do it. Yes, Lauren, Pathfinder, thanks very much. Interesting, eh? Definitely is. Refill. Well, I rarely dream. You know what I had a dream of yesterday? Last night, I dreamt I was with my mother going to Kmart, backing up many years, probably about 30 years. And she was with a friend. It's sort of like a vague whatever. I thought of that. I guess it was in a dream because when I woke up, I thought of that and I laughed. It had nothing to do with anything. We were at Kmart in the restaurant at Kmart. You know those cheap restaurants where you go with a tray and pick you ask for like a hamburger and they just give you like something out of the microwave, a hamburger. Anyways, they're sitting under lights, right? I miss those times, and I don't know why I was thinking of that, but I think since the pandemic, I've been thinking a lot more about the olden days, when I was younger and stuff. And I was trying to think back in those years and days how all these secret projects were still frigging going on, y'all, right? All these secret projects were going on around us. And they must have been experimenting on us too, on humans and stuff. My mother the other day, speaking of my mother, she says, and I'm sure it's happened to some of you, a long time, this is years ago, she had a certain pill that the doctor gave her for whatever she had wrong with her at that time or something. I don't know if it was a pain or something. But anyways, they gave her a certain pill for something. And that pill became illegal down the road. It was discontinued because it was killing people. So in reality, the government experiments on you. I shouldn't be talking about this anyways. I tell you, I'd give the finger to YouTube. I hate it so much that we can't talk about this shit. really, really pisses me off. But anyways, I believe that everything that's being done right now to humans have always been done for the longest time. Humans are guinea pigs. What's the best way to have a slave or a guinea pig to experiment on? You need to give him his weekends. And I don't care how many people laugh. That's exactly what they've done to us. They've allowed us a couple of days off from work and they just manipulate us, literally manipulate us. So that means, you know how morbid it was when they talked about Julius Caesar having slaves in a freaking ring fighting lions? You do know that they're doing the same thing to us, but we're not in the arena anymore. It's hidden. People are watching us. There are bets on us. I bet you people are making bets. Do you believe me? How many people are going to die? Let's have a bet. Let's take a bet. That's how deep and sick and tormented the cabal is. That's what I believe. People don't believe that they're doing incantations, that there's sorcery involved. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. But you can hide that. You can hide that by presenting different terms and like alchemy to science. That guy there before that just wrote alchemy. It was smart and it's true. That's exactly how things are going. Ladies and gents, it is 9:47. I hope I have not bored you this evening. I thank all new members, all new subscribers. Head over to see the last video. If you have any questions about the last video, I show a UFO that came down from the sky. It was at the height of the satellites. The light came down, got big. It had a pool of red around it like blood. And inside of that pool had an orange golden light with other lights around it. It was beautiful. I could see it with the naked eye. It was colorful. And then when it got really close, I'm not going to hide it. I started looking in the infrared camera and I filmed it till it left. And not once did I ever put down the camera to relook at it again as it was leaving. 20 feet over my house. Then it went to the garage and it went 10 feet down a bit lower, as I say in the video, maximum 15, 20 feet over my head. It almost touched the garage at the back. You'll see in the video, there's a big white mound that looks like a roof. It's the roof. Don't forget, infrared camera was filming a tin roof on my garage. So it's showing a lot of light and the refraction and everything, but you see a literal UFO that came down from the sky. Since that moment, I've been having even more problems with digital objects. So it's as simple as my mother would laugh. She's going to think I'm nuts if I do this. And I won't, Mom. Don't worry about it. But I have a lot of objects here, like the brand new doorbell I bought that doesn't work upstairs. The balance to weigh my big ass on doesn't work either because it's digital. There's lots of things that don't work. Can it be coincidence? Well, of course. Of course it can be coincidence. If somebody says they have problems with digital objects not working, it's because I'm not talking about one object. I'm talking about a lot of objects. Would I ever fly a plane alone? No. I'm going to crash it. My gauges are all going to stop. And then I'm going to crash and not have the time to explain to my family that the gauges stopped working. I'm going to look like a moron up with a Cessna, nice, clear, straight takeoff over the first highway and then into the woods on the other side. That's why, and with my eye problems, I wouldn't fly a jet. So I stay away from flying. I'm afraid of heights. I tend to believe maybe I was an angel in my other life. Wink, wink. But I do not like heights. There's something treacherous about the heights. I will kill if somebody makes me climb heights. I will kill you. I'm telling you, I'm not going to climb anywhere. Dana Shiver, do you know I love you? My sorry, you know, Dana, it was really nice getting a chance to see you online on Cindy's stream to see what people look like. It's always fun. It's always fun. You must understand me. all of you come here, you write me these amazing effing comments. Absolutely incredible. Some of you I really connect with, all of you. And I try, like, I wonder, wow, who is that person, you know? And sometimes when you see someone online, you go, oh, that's a bit different. Like if I would have hid myself making this channel, I wonder how people would have reacted. If I would have remained hidden, like keep my face hidden, you know, or something like that, maybe people wouldn't have, sometimes people don't get into it enough. And yeah, Maya, how's it going? I was talking to you on the last stream, my dear friend. I was talking about the youth here, how it's intriguing to me to have someone, which I don't know anything about you. I'm just shooting this out there, but I'm assuming you're younger than me. I know you are. And in the image you are anyways. And if you are, well, for me, it intrigues me to have people come to the channel that are younger than me, because even when I was younger myself, I wasn't necessarily looking up researching these things. So, and yeah, that's so weird looking through your window. You know what? The window's open, the blinds and stuff. So what they do, they're on the sidewalk. But the problem is my sidewalk is like 8 feet away from here, like without exaggerating, 11 feet, 12 feet I have in front. And they stop. They look in the house as they're going by. And they look like that to see who it is. I don't know. I live in an amazing town where a lot of people are really cool, but there's a lot of effed up people here too. But I think it's every town, eh? I'm pretty sure it's pretty much every town. For those just arriving to the channel, I'm a guy that doesn't like hiding stuff. So if I think a certain thing, I just go with it. I like being funny. I like being ridiculous. I like keeping a laugh with the things that have happened to me in the last 5 years. I need laughter. And the things that went on with all of you and I and us, everybody in 2020 and 2021, there's a lot of people that need to let loose and laugh a little bit. I think each and every one of us should add a little something that we that you do extra as compared to something you didn't do. Let loose, live a little, do something eccentric. At the restaurant with your wife or with your husband, throw a spoon at him just to see his reaction. Just to see his reaction. I've done that a lot. I've done tests with my poor mother, which you must think your son's nuts. I've done tests with a lot of people. I'm always ecstatically happy. Honestly, I always am. And I like being funny. I like being jingly, ridiculously, hilariously, always laughing and stuff. And it makes people react. There's people flip out. I've done it at work. I've done it to the kids in the bus. Okay? It was hilarious. In my bus, the kids in the back were so ticked off because they had to wait an extra 15 minutes before leaving. They started jumping over the benches. And if my boss is listening, I don't give a shit. I'm telling you what I did. Buses parked. We're at school, high school. Kids start jumping over the benches. And one kid says, don't do that. You get in trouble. Stop it. One kid jumps over the bench a third time. I get up out of my seat. I lunge over the first 3 benches in the bus. Now, understand that me, 250 pounds now, 200 back then, I was a sexy 205, lunging over the 3 benches and landing in the bench. And I started doing just like the kids. Why do we have to wait for the friggin' teacher? Oh, I want to leave. I want to go home and play the internet. I want to do my thing. And I started doing the same thing as the kids, And you know what that did for the kids and I? You know what happened when I did that to the kids? They thought I was crazy. They thought I was freaking nuts. Never talked to me again. So thanks for coming, everyone. I wanted to share that with you. I like seeing people's reactions. That's why I like being a comedian, maybe. I like seeing people react to certain things. And sometimes, live a little. Live a little. That's what I say. Do something crazy. I'm not saying get arrested. I'm saying do something crazy. Forced disclosure. Aliens on the moon, and they're mining. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the support, everybody. You must understand. Yes. Lauren, hello. Pathfinder, thanks. You must understand that with the work that I'm doing, I've lost it a little bit and that I do silly things. So when I do silly things, just go with it. Go with it. Just go with it. Where is Dana? Dana should be here if you mean Dana Shiver. My dad's seen that crap. Happened first 1960s. Damn right, man. Listen, well, there he is, film slasher Brian O'Connell. He's the one that mentioned Alchemy. But yeah, in the 60s, everything that I learned about that is secret society and the Alchemy, everything, it was all not ancient books, older books from 40s, 50s, 60s, 1800s, 1900s. I found a lot of stuff online about that. I was looking for this. I always wanted to have it. I'm surprised I don't. You're going to know what I mean. Film slasher Brian O'Connell. You know, when the Alchemy back in the days when they, you know, those statues, the old statues from the 60s and 50s, that they have all the points on the head measuring everything that the head does, you know, every point on the brain of, and they have, they were studying this. They were experiment. You could be sure back in the days, ladies and gents, people were robbing grave sites. Look at all the movies. They made movies. It was to explain what everyone was doing. Robbing grave sites to see. Imagine robbing a grave site to try to reanimate a body and bring them back to life to see if they're going to actually, you know, live. Frankenstein, right? Look at the movie Frankenstein. What are they doing? They're trying to bring him back to life. They got energy coming in and stuff like that. That's to wake people's minds up of what they actually are doing around us. People are still thinking, good evening to you too, John. People are still thinking that, hey, the government's there to protect us and they're not doing anything bad against us, you know. So, Troy, I can't thank you enough, my friend. And if you mean these videos, wow, I thank you a lot. I never honestly didn't think people would appreciate the live streams and didn't think that you'd all appreciate the live streams enough at all, actually, and my opinions and stuff. And I'm not better than anyone, but you all know that by chance I was able to capture some cool things with a simple, cool way of editing the videos without tampering or using big filters, because that's, you know, basically what I'm doing. So yeah, Costa Nostra. Well, not quite the peeping toms. No, I would have gone outside. I would have killed them. But they're going on the sidewalk and they stop and they look into your bloody house because you open the blinds, you know. All my neighbors, most of them come and shit on my lawn. I'm so sad. My mother laughs at me. I'm always calling her up to tell her, guess who shit on my lawn this morning? That's how it is. And it pisses me off because in all of my life, I've always lived in stupid apartments. And now I have a tiny box house that I'm so proud of. And then I have this little lawn of 10 feet in front and the neighbors come and shit on it. Jesus, Murphy. And all those neighbors have big lawns. And by the way, I live behind a field, in front of a field. Every house on the street has a ginormous field in the back where their dogs can go and grab. So I finished off with dog crap. Sorry. People are pet peeves for me when you think of it. If science was any good, hey, bro, how come that's Floyd Stats? That's the last comment I have here, by the way. If science was any good, we wouldn't have what we have today. I don't know if anybody else wrote after that, but that's the last comment I have here, unfortunately. And as I said that, another one just popped up like I'm a liar. Ah, thank you very much, my Maestria Moore. Lakota ancestry. I know a little bit about the Lakota tribe. Absolutely. Yeah, the best back medicine, honestly. And I'm not kidding. The Lakota medicine that everybody buys, which is pretty popular, is from the Lakota Indians. So thanks for sharing that, my Surya Moore. I appreciate that. Hey, Squirrely Crypto, thank you so much. I'm happy I saw that, guys. Don't forget Russia. Yes. Hey, Mark Matheny. How's it going, brother? Alaska native. Thank you very much. I had a chance of meeting a couple of Alaska natives, actually. I went to school with a couple that had come here from Alaska. And we're a bunch of tribes and different cultures, aren't we? It's too bad we don't all get the chance to intertwine and mingle. But I do a lot of research on a lot of ancestry, different cultures, and especially Aboriginal cultures, and Indian, and it's beautiful. It's getting informed about different cultures. I think is beautiful. Listen, at one point there was a first person here, right? Who was it? It was someone, and we grew. And cultures, not hard. We're not going to hide it. Everyone had sex with each other. Chinese with blacks, with English, with Australian, with cultures, Irish, whatever. Arab, and everyone. We're all mixed today. We're all mixed up today. In a way, it makes us beautiful when you think of it that we're all mixed like that, because we shouldn't be shitting on anyone's culture because we're all a part of it. Maybe everyone has a little bit of native culture in them. Maybe everyone, guarantee it. Guarantee it. I used to trust all scientists implicitly. So did I. Of course, because we want to, after watching the Sea Joke, realize that there are as stupid as me. Yes, exactly. They are dumb as most, as more than anybody. Good evening to you, John. Thanks, guys. I'm going to get off, everybody. Want to thanks Dana, Darla, everybody. Thanks for the ongoing support. Yeah, they do have the power. Definitely. Going to carry on listening as I go off to sleep. Good night, lovely people. Free speech warrior. Did you get the mail yet? You're going to hear that all night. Did you get the mail? You're going to dream of me going to deliver your stuff. Floyd Stats, Darla, everybody. Kelly, Dana, my Surya Moore. Thanks for sharing that you have Lakota ancestry. I, for one, absolutely appreciate it. Doesn't change anything between our friendship. It adds to it, I find. When you know a bit more about people. That's what you said, Kelly, eh? Jenny Wiley is my 6th great-grandmother. Thanks for sharing that. I have a couple of people here, too, that I look back, depending on how far back we look in our ancestry, the family tree, sometimes and always we're related to a lot of important people. Sometimes it's cool to get that chance to know. Just in case, thank you for being here. Sorry I missed you. Sarah Horton, Humpty, Bumptua, thank you very much. Be careful, you guys, if you're giving out your addresses and stuff. We get a lot of trolls here. I'm not saying you're a troll, Humpty. Just being careful. Wouldn't want my lady community people to be harassed. Here from Kokanese, Okanagan. Thank you, Andrel. Yes. I had to go through Aboriginal classes in elementary and high school. Looking back, live, realized that we were being segregated. That's true, man. Yeah, it's nice that everybody knows. I'm happy everyone's awake today now to realize what went on. Hopefully, we're going to save generations to come. Hopefully, I doubt it, but it'd be nice of us. We can't do anything against the cabal. That's the thing, right? Whatever they're doing. Jason Berezny, thanks for being here again, man. Sarah Horton, thanks again for being here. I did not see you, my dear friend. Where's Sarah Horton? Just wanted to be the person that shows another one that wants to see it. Well, I thank you very much, brother, for it. Geronimo, yes. Laughing my ass off. I come in and all I hear everyone has is sex with each other. What do you mean, Alex? That's a little fucked up there. What you talking about? Everyone has sex with each other. All right. That's fucking stupid, dude. I ain't gonna have sex with you, motherfucker. Bye bye. Okay. Um, Diversity here in UK is not diverse at all. Everyone's in ghettos. It's sad. It's sad, Richard. What's going on? Really is sad. Thanks again, Film Slasher, for being here. Everybody, Kelly, thanks for coming down. Thanks again, Andriel. Love you, brother. Sorry, Olivier. Je suis désolé, mon frère. Mais il va y avoir un autre stream demain. There'll be another one tomorrow on the French channel, if you speak French. Yeah, I was up here for a while, guys. 2 hours for you all. I'll be honest. I love talking to you all, though. Hey, man. Relativity. You know what? We don't even know if relativity is real or what people think of it. What did I see the other day? Yeah, this is where I was here. So, it is the most scientific, the most famous scientific theory of the 20th century, they say. But how well does it explain the things we see in our daily lives? Formulated by, it's the year I don't remember. Was it 1906? There it is. Formulated by Albert Einstein in 1905, the theory of relativity is the notion that the laws of physics are the same everywhere. And you know what? I 100% disagree entirely with Einstein's theory. Holy smokes, that makes me sound smart. But I'm not necessarily. I disagree with him. I do not believe the laws of physics are the same everywhere. Look at the example, man. The speed of light. Um, the speeds are different. Okay. Even if we're talking about a continuum, if we're talking about, what's the word, physical word I'm looking for? Hold on here. Hey, Floyd Stats, I can't thank you enough, brother. Enjoy your night too, my man. I love you, man. Thanks to all of you. My stats, my friends, my friendly stats. It's hard to say. Love the name, by the way, and I appreciate the ongoing support, man. Thanks for making the channel so awesome. Speed, the speed of light, speed of sound. You're going to get some differences in the speeds depending on the temperatures. So if you want to travel faster than the speed of light, it's going to be different if you're at sea level or if you're over sea level. It's going to be a different speed. So the speed of light is still going to be the maximum speed of light that you can obtain, but it'll be the maximum speed of light that you can obtain in that environment. And that's a word that's not in the theory of relativity, is that Einstein says that in the theory of relativity, everywhere in the universe, there's a synchronicity on that law of physics, which I do not believe. I believe all laws of physics will be different in every different environment. Just here on Earth, the speed of light and sound. Let's talk more of the speed. Let's talk about speed. You're driving in a jet. Jet pilots experience loss of time. Why do they do so? Depending on the temperature of where the jet is flying over, depending on the height, depending on the sea level and everything, it all changes. I would have never thought that. I'm no genius, but it really does change depending on where you are. So if you go into the atmospheres of Mars, in the atmosphere of Mars or Pluto, what will be the difference of the speeds that we can obtain? There'll be a big difference. New Horizons that traveled since I was in grade 6, just a couple of years ago, a bit more than a couple of years ago. They told us that New Horizons had reached Pluto and has continued to go on past it, so they say. But in reality, the temperature around Pluto is different. Therefore, the traveling speed, the maximal speed that one can obtain, has to depend on the temperature that is in that environment, is what I believe. And maybe someone's going to laugh and say you're stupid. It's exactly what science says. I don't know. I didn't look it up. Just know for a fact that I disagree with his theory of relativity. He's a genius. I agree with that, but he was wrong about that, which is normal. It was the not his time to maybe understand that, or maybe he knew that and it was held back and he wasn't able to tell us. I don't know. Hey, Pettipen One, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Curtis, have a great night, Curtis. Thanks a lot, my friend, for stopping by, guys. Be making another video for you tomorrow, by the way. Jim Schultz, man, thank you very much for the generous contributions and the support to the channel, man. Thanks so much. I love you for it, brother. Thanks very much, Jim Schultz. Diversity of the earth is what's special. It's diversity of the earth. It's what's special about the life here in Gaia. True. I agree with that. Je suis complètement d'accord avec ça. J'adore la diversité. Moi, j'ai appris beaucoup par d'autres cultures. C'est ça que je me dis. Et si je suis raciste ou... Tu sais, je le cache pas, là. On a toutes certaines personnes qu'on n'aime pas, là. Hein, pour quoi que ce soit la raison. Mais j'ai toujours jugé la personne selon son caractère et non selon son culture ou sa religion. Thanks a lot. Merci beaucoup, Obi-Wan. André, Obi-Wan. Le corps et l'esprit d'eux. Yeah, Kelly, it's awesome learning about them. B. Freeman, another great contributor to the channel and commenter. Thanks, man. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'd have to get a nice sword. I've always wanted a nice one, like to buy one and stuff. It's a lot of money, I guess. I don't have many things here. A lot of the things that I have are hand-me-downs, we can say. My mother gave me a lot of nice knickknacks and stuff, a lot of the things, you know. And don't depend on my knickknacks around me, because if you look at everything that's around me, people are going to say, oh, wow, he's into aliens. Oh God, he's Egyptian. Oh my God, he does incantations. Oh my God, he's a Hell's Angels because he's got a skull there. Oh my God, I mean, people they judge people for what they have around them and stuff. I'm a researcher. I like a lot of controversial objects and some objects that even have to do with other religions. But I mean, you must know it's the CERN. I'm intrigued with the CERN. That's why I got the Buddha Shiva. But still, it's what you see at the CERN. I'm open to all the different cultures. I study a whole bunch of different cultures, and the religions that I'm not agreeing with, I just don't valorize them. But am I mad that people disagree with me? No, not at all. No, it's not 3 minutes, Olivier. It's 3 hours, I think. I've been here for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Ça fait 2 heures et 15 minutes je suis ici. Puis j'ai fait un stream de 3 heures ce matin, je crois, ou 2 heures. Et cuc. Mais Olivier, Pierre de Belmont, I'll be on the French channel tomorrow if you speak French. Jamais tu parles français. On va être sur OVNI Québec Astronomie. Thanks, everybody. I do this a lot. Yes, CERN is back up and running, Stephen A. You're damn right about that. HARP is back up and running. The airspace over Alaska, there's an airspace that a no airspace once again. HARP is back up. There's a warning out. The HARP says there's atmospheric disturbance, so to be careful. Thanks, Olivier. No, Zorro with a dagger? No, not quite. A lot of people believe that that's the creator of who created the world and the music and everything. Um, Egyptian cross represents also death. A lot of people don't know it. Do your research, way deep research. The Egyptian cross is what we substituted the Christian cross from. I'm going to get a lot of people to say no, but yeah, that's exactly what happened. We all have the same cross. So every religion is going to grab the cross and change it. Going to put a line like that, going to put a pole, going to put two lines, who knows? Maybe, Satan upside down cross. Anyways, it's just terms. And crying red, your hair is beautiful, from a fellow redhead. Redheads are cool. I like redheads. I went out with a redhead. Redheads are pretty. Is that an Egyptian cross on your wall? I've never heard of it. Yes, crying red, absolutely. Protects me, anyways. And you can look it up. It's very interesting. It's beautiful. It's a very beautiful cross. Now, of course, depends on what you want to do with the cross. And, if I grab the cross and put it upside down and try to reach the demons with it, well, it becomes a bad cross. But the people of Egypt that were worshiping that, it's a very strong spiritual cross. It represents death. It represents new beginnings. It represents a lot. There's a lot. And what I said there is a basic term of it, because it represents a lot of things. It may represent a lot of things. Somebody told me it represented some negativity. Well, okay. It could be. X marks the spot. Tav, you got it. I got a giant dagger ordered and on the way, specially made for me. It's kind of expensive and very bright and shiny. A dagger that represents something, could be protection or whatever. I'm happy you got it. Good for you. Oh, yes, Beth. I'm sorry. It is an Ankh. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Beth. Strawberry blonde here. Awesome, Richard. Just in time for one thumbs up more. Alias, thanks for coming back. My friend from Venezuela. Portugal. I thought it was Venezuela. You told me where you were from, Alias, and I'm sorry if I forgot. Anunnaki. Jason. Yes. Well, listen, have you ever heard of Tutankhamun? Hold on. A lot of Egyptian statues. This is Nefertiti, actually. Nefertiti, because she didn't want to show her breasts, so she says Nefertitis. But anyways, Nefertiti. Tutankhamun. Where do you think his name is from? A lot of Egyptian gods had the Ankh in their name. Like you see Tunt, Ankh, Khamen. Look it up. The Ankh's in his name. And we say Tutankhamun, but it's not pronounced that way. It's Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun is his name. And you look it up, and the Ankh is in their name. It represents them. They also crossed over with that. It's religion, right? It's a religion in reality. But the Ankh is something very beautiful. My mother gave me a necklace, an Ankh necklace, and I keep it all the time on me. I don't have it on right now. Good evening, Chantal Thira. Chantal, thank you so much for being a member, my dear friend. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that, Chantal. Really means a lot. Sometimes I don't get a chance to thank you all, but I really love you all and I appreciate it. Guys and gals, both. I hope you know that. Gingers, of course. Love gingers. Female. But Some of the prettiest girls are redheads. Oh yeah, yeah, I agree with that. It's unique, pretty, and beautiful. It is a unique, pretty, and beautiful. It's true. It's outside of the common blonde, black, or brown, right? Which I love, anyways. I was always a blonde freak, into the blondes. And then I started seeing that other colors of hair and other different types of women are just as interesting, like very dark hair. Oh, blonde or dark, blonde or black hair. Oh, love it. Like long hair, short haired women, very rarely pretty. That's mean, eh? I'm kidding. I love short haired women. I don't have a particular favorite, I think, you know. I like full handfolds, but I don't like overlapping. Big boobs, no. No room for them. Take too much room in the car, take room in the bed. Have you seen Planet X through your research of space? Floyd, thanks for asking, man. I tell you once while I do my 30-minute goodbye, I caught some large objects that were beside the sun, though. I don't know if necessarily they were Nibiru. One point when I caught the large object that was going by the sun, like once in my life, it was a gigantic object, just once. Good thing it was just once. It's obvious. People came to the channel and said, well, Bruce, you must have got Nibiru. And I didn't post it as Nibiru, but Anunnaki, Jason, is something that I looked into actually only very recently, 2-3 years ago, to understand a bit about that story, myth, reality. Isn't it incredible that all these, it's like the more stories there are, the more theories there are, the harder it is to come to a conclusion of exactly what's going on out there. People are so blind and ignorant to think, and he disappeared. sorry about the booze. My mom must be like, oh, what's wrong with him tonight? The favorite is the one I'm with. I don't have many, but my daughters are reds too. So basically, everyone here is red. Is this supposed to be a unique, people that don't have so many? I never found. I don't know why some people got bugged. I don't think the ladies got bugged at school. I think the guy gingers got bugged in school. I never understood that. Me being chubby, I hung out with the gingers. Look at the gingers. Bruce, Bruce the Moose. At school, I was into poetry and music. All the girls liked the poetry and music. And all the guys that had girlfriends, well, a lot of the girls would come and listen to me play piano in the auditorium. So one day, some guys came and wondering where the hell their girlfriends were. And here I was having a concert in the auditorium in the school. And the guys were like, what the hell you doing here? He's pretty good. Listen to him sing. And then people were like, screw him. Story of my life with the troll, eh? Trolls at school, there are trolls here. Beth, thanks again for connecting today. I appreciate it. Ralph, if a good thing some people are laughing. I have a tendency of thinking people are like, what the hell's he saying? Thanks for being here, Ralph. I said Ralph, I meant Ralph. I'm sorry I'm so late. Yeah, I'm getting off, you guys, but I know a whole bunch of other people. Hey, this coming week, several times, I'm going to pop in and surprise you all in the middle of the night, because a lot of people in the United Kingdom come here and are not able to reach the stream and interact with the people. So we'll have some fun evening midnight streams. For me, it'll be late, and for some of you, well, it won't be so late. It'll probably be in the afternoons. Freckles, I love freckles, especially on the girls. They're cute. I think it's pretty. It's a pretty trait. Played guitar and permed my long hair uh, in corkscrew in the 70s. Yeah, the footy team didn't get it. Damn right, man. Thanks for sharing that. UK in the house, Patrick. Thank you. Patrick Hockey's in the house. Thanks, bro. They are beautiful Lees. Absolutely. Well, Lees didn't, her comment didn't work. The heck? There we go. Scent of cobra around them. Scent of cobra around them. That's interesting. Sorry, I was blown away there. So happy gonna play World of Warcraft. Lol, I'm a nerd. Beth, nothing wrong with nerds. Nothing wrong. Because I'll be honest with you, if I wasn't doing this channel, you know what I liked, Beth? I'm a maniac of driving airplanes and helicopters. And when you get a little gun on the helicopters, a little extra, you can go blow everyone up. We're kids. I love it. Loved playing the games. But I like playing the very hard professional games and landing the planes, taking off and doing real, VR flights and stuff. I'm really into it. I'm a pilot without having ever flown a plane. So if ever somebody needs a pilot and the plane's crashing, I guarantee you I can get the flaps down, land, and do everything in a big Boeing plane if I was by myself. Guaranteed. I'm into those games a lot, but they're not really games. They're flight simulators that I'm really interested in, with the real planes and different things like that. But I'll never have the money to buy myself a real plane for sure. And like I said, I don't like heights. Digital things don't work well with me. So I could just see, ladies and gentlemen, we have some problems with the gauges. We don't seem to know what the hell height we're at. Please stand by. 3 minutes later, into the trees. We all are one. Damn right. Don't fall for the divide. That's very important and conquerable crap. The 1% is feeding the 99%. The 1% left. Damn right. Is feeding the 99%. Only hurts us. We are strong together. We're all one. I see it that way, Nikkel. And I'm very sorry for, after all this time, calling you Michael Stark. Bruce sees nothing. It's Mikhail. Sorry about that. You guys sick of me? My mother's about to call me and say, get the hell off. People want to go to bed. Beth, have a nice time. Beth, again, thanks for connecting. I really can't thank you enough. Love it. And I hope to interact with you during the coming days of the new videos and captures. Listen, my dear Beth, you have at least 2 years of watching 3 videos a day before you get back to the beginning of my research. So, yeah, enjoy. Thanks, everyone. That's the best part of being colorblind. You don't see color. Floyd stats. I didn't know you were. If you are, anyways. But if not, I'll tell you one thing. There's one problem I have, man, and it's with blues and greens. And I didn't know it. I looked it up. I talked to my mother for the first time. Like these colors there. I have a problem differentiating greens and blues. I see them as the same. You probably don't, but for me, they're very similar, which only makes sense that I speak about color on the moon. When you think of it, there's a certain, I guess we're all diseased. Let's call it disease or whatever, or crutch or disability, that only with the blue hue, I have a problem seeing the difference only with something that is blue, but the same density of the blue. I'm not expressing myself right. The same tint. In other words, a light green and a light blue for me look the same, depending on what time it is outside. So when it gets to nighttime, I see the colors of the cars differently. My mother had a green Honda Accord when she was younger, or was it blue? I think it was blue, but I saw it mint green, like it was literally mint green. And so it's not colorblind, but some people have problems with the colors. If you all want to do tests yourself, the stats are here. Thank you. If you guys want to do tests yourself, you could do tests to see if you're colorblind online. They're going to ask you to look at some certain numbers, and the numbers appear. It's a blue line with dots, white dots. And lo and behold, they told me, if you're just, I'm not colorblind, but there's the blue I have problems with. It's something related to only the blue color that's causing problems. So I see all colors, but I see the tint of the blue differently. Like maybe the blue that's I'm looking at that's on the bottom that says chat here. Maybe it's not as blue as you guys are seeing. I don't know. It's all about what's inside the alien, and it's just went too far lately. It really has. Love and acceptance. There's no other option. That's right. But I'll tell you what, the stats, I do hope that the bad people and that the associations that are effing up the world, I hope they are being dismantled. I bet you there's a very, very deep war going on, which it's a war that's not involving men in fields and stuff like that. It's a war involving the elites. The elites have disagreed on something. They're human. We gotta assume that they're human. I hope they are, even though they're probably interacting or receiving orders. So the elites are puppets for the aliens, maybe, and the presidents and people ruling the countries are the puppets for the aliens too, but that are being puppeted from a second boss, if you want, right? So that they don't really ever get to who's running the show. We'll never find out who's running the show, right? Big Brother, 1984, right? It's an image of someone online that we'll never see who it is. Well, it's basically what's going on. Have an amazing evening, everyone. Really believe that, darling. Thanks, Gamecock Mike. I'm a gamer. I also enjoy searching for true history. Not what they told us in the schools and much more. It's exactly, Gamecock Mike is exactly what I did. I appreciate gaming for sure. Who hasn't? I was born in a time when Pac-Man came out, grade 4, grade 5. Think of it. Pac-Man. It's amazing. Everyone was into it. The games, hubba, 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 you know. And then there was in television, Coleco, Atari all came out, which, by the way, the people that have the most fun, the new games that the kids buy, okay, to finish a mission that's worth $150 with all these amazing graphics, they play it once. Give them an old Coleco game or Atari game where they're playing Pac-Man, and you can every morning go and play Pac-Man, and the game's always different. You can have fun. But when the games today, they're not the same. It's just graphics and bullcrap that they give everybody. That, I believe, and he disappeared. There we go, Floyd Stats. Everyone serves someone, whether you want to believe it or not. Absolutely. I believe it. And like I said, because we have our weekends, right, Floyd? We have our weekends. Somebody can go on a trip for a whole 3 months and like, I'm a free person. I'm going all over the world. I can do what I want. And in reality, we're still stuck in this very large concentration camp where we can't see the fence around us. Listen, there's people outside of this world on the moon that are doing crap that we'll maybe never know what they're doing. You know, it's real. The other dimensions are real. Aliens are real, you know, but I'm open-minded about everything. Anyway, that's for sure. What time is it now? 2 hours and 35 minutes I was here, guys. Ultraviolet. It's interesting that you say that. Probably everything is, Chantal. It's just that people can't see necessarily everything the same way. So isn't that scary that if we're all seeing things differently, how many different types of eyesights are there? And does anybody have a wavelength where they can see UFOs and aliens and lights like infrared cameras. I'm sure it could be possible. I'm going to have to stop these 30-minute goodbyes. I'm sure it's annoying you all. There, Astro Smash. Darla, I played that. I remember that. Astro Smash. That was where you had a big alien. It was an X. The alien was an X. And he used to walk around like this. Dong, 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 dong. Then you had this big UFO come down. And that used to start shooting at you. Psh, psh, all over the place. And you had to move over and shoot. You couldn't let any of the bullets hit the ground. They were fun games. And it brought up the competition in it. But now the games today, some of them are cool. Listen, gaming today is incredible. I get it. Flying around. I mean, if I'd go back to being a kid in a day. Sarah Horton, you played it too? Yeah. Damn right, I did too. At school, the richer kids, I remember in grade 6, Randy and Brian came to school. If they're watching this now, they're going to say, what the fuck? Came to school with these Pac-Man games. It was incredible. It was literally an arcade Pac-Man this size with batteries in it. It lasted 50 minutes. But it was amazing seeing that. So do you see the book wrap that they're offering us? Do you imagine the technology that NASA and everyone knows about, artificial intelligence? They came out with a black and white television, waited almost 100 years after to put color in it. That's ridiculous what we get. What do we get today? Well, when I was born, my mother would say, there was television. My grandfather, there were no televisions. Then my mother says, well, there was television in black and white. And it came the color. And then I'm going to tell my kid, well, we had color television. I'm not old. So I'm going to talk regularly. We had color televisions without remotes. Then all of a sudden, your television had a remote instead of the big dial going, right? So what's the difference? Well, easy. The only difference with my son today, he's got the remote, he's got the color and stuff. Well, there's time on the television inside, and it's a computer, so you can watch and play on the computer in your television. So what did they do? They did F all with the television. They invented the screen, then they put it in color. They had the color, right? They're going to start off in the black and white, and then they're going to show the color because they don't want to, go right to the source, right? Like they could have come out with that television, Wi-Fi manette, a Wi-Fi remote. Sorry, my French. It's true when you think of it. They could have easily done that. I think we're in the most epic battle, says Beth. Right now, raise our frequencies, defeat them. Dang, Bruce, you nailed it. Thank you. It's where I believe that we're at, Beth, for sure, 100%. It's definitely where we're at. Frogger, crying red. Damn right. Crying red, Frogger. There was another one. The frogs crossing the highway. But they were amazing games. It's true. They were amazing. The ETs are my God. I love that. You see, you're open-minded, Kelly. I've only respect and love for that. And I think it's cool that you think that and that you maybe didn't just think it, maybe you understood it. Because a lot of people believe that. I have a lot of I'm leaning on that side. Anyways, I'll be honest with you. I am leaning on that side. Do you have time for a quantum discussion? You bugger. That is so mean. Hey, wow, bro. Next stream, though. Could definitely talk about it, man. Can't thank you enough, bro, for everything, man. Contributions, the help. Quantum computers. I wish I had one of those. Ishigo. Dirk Snyder, thanks for coming back, my friend. I am getting off, everybody, for now, for sure. 10-4, servicing IQ. Hubble is now not working, and NASA Can't figure out why. Oh, Stephen A. Those are some good informations that I like hearing. Hoo-hoo. Diggity. Giggity. 61 channel uses a 5K military spec infrared camera recording UFOs, directional changes, fleets in formation, tons. Wow. Thanks, man. Definitely check them out, Mikhail. I got to get more people coming to see the channel. I hope it continues. Stephen A. Bullcrap. I can't believe it. Another 3 hours. Bye, Chantal. Don't worry, guys. I say bye for about an hour. I'm a dumbass. Too much fun, guys. Hubble was shut off about a month ago. Steven, thanks for letting me know that, bro. I've been so busy and I haven't heard that. Now, why the hell would that not be in the news? I heard that about the black hole sucking. So, yeah, black holes can suck in planets. Black holes are so powerful and they're bigger than the scientists and observers thought they were. It can pull photons towards it. It can pull in light. It can bend light, the energy around the dark holes, inside of the dark holes. We're talking about incredible force. Don't forget, a tiny black hole that looks this big in the universe can have another universe inside of it. Does not look bad. It can have another universe inside of it. That's incredible. Black lives. What the hell is going on with me? Yeah, I think I need a break. Black lives. Oh my gosh. See you later, Gamecock Mike. Floyd Stats, Kelly, Stephen A, Crying Red, the Jorator. Salut. Salut. Thanks, guys. Yes, Secure Team is back to lying. Sorry, no respect for that ass. Hey, Ishigo, I respect all channels. I tell you what, that guy was supposed to show my work. You see the nice live stream he did today? Somebody told me he did a live stream and show some UFOs. You're either lukewarm or you're not. I have no respect for channels that show one fake UFO video. That's not cool. I'm totally against it. You're allowed to bring your rifles to school and put it in lockers. Today, he looked like he was drunk. I went to see him on his stream today. Yeah, he's been back for 3 months. He healed. He had time to pay back the mailbox. He broke. Yeah, Steven, he definitely is a dick. Thanks. I respect that. Maybe he did. Maybe Secure Team did totally change. But I tell you what, I didn't do anything wrong. He did something wrong and then changed. No respect for him. He got caught. I'm not even going to say it. They say every hour is like a year. Yeah, and God's time is different too. Greatest battle is where we are now. Didn't know anything bad about him. Wow. Yeah, well, what happened is that I connected with Secure Team on April Fools. He asked me to send him. He made me work for hours. I sent him a whole bunch of information, my video documents, images, video, and he played me. He didn't post my work, and he came and reached me. Secure Team reached me. Tyler reached me, said I had an amazing channel. He wanted to send millions of people my way, and then he bummed out on me. He really, really ticked me off. I was going to bat for that guy when people were putting him down because it got caught drinking. Listen, I didn't do anything bad, and I don't drive around drunk, so I have the pleasure of saying that I'm a good person and not doing those things. But everybody says he changed. I believe it. I believe it could be. I respect those that go there. A lot of people go there that come here. But those of you who do, give him a heads up saying, you showed a whole lot of amazing things today, Tyler. And this is, I mean, be respectful there. Don't share a link of me. Just post my name. Have you heard of Bruce from Quebec? You don't have to say Bruce Cizal, because I want the research to come out to a lot of people. Tyler is supposed to be the one that goes from channel to channel to bring people truth. Well, I confirm to you that Tyler is hiding only the truth channels. There's 6 channels, by the way, that I know, 5 aside from me, that wanted to get their work there, but I didn't want to get my work there. Okay, because I don't trust them. I'm afraid that if my work shows up on his channel, it'll pass off as fake work, because Tyler did post fake videos, right? I didn't make it up. It's true. And somebody that does that, lying, for me, I have no respect for them, because, it's not cool, when you think of it. Am I happy that he's back and that he's not sick? Because he keeps telling people he almost died in the hospital. I was sure it was the mailbox that almost killed him, but whatever, I still support his channel. People that go to his channel have been following a long time. He's getting a lot of his subs back. So 10,000 subs every couple days. Good for him. Yeah, Olivier, both of those. Third phase reached me to, lots of you are going to be surprised. I'm not lying. And one of the cousins, right? One of the brothers or cousins reached me. Bruce, please. Yeah, exactly. That's what I show here, man. Bruce, please do a collab with me. I want to send a whole bunch of people over here too. He said it, third phase of Moon, but again, never had any problems with him. It's just that we didn't reconnect. Never had problems with him. But when you see certain videos of people trying to fake something, whether it be just once, if ever you see me faking a video, guys, please unsubscribe. It's because I'm trying to screw you over, basically. That's why I don't post April Fool's UFO videos like a lot of channels do. When April Fool's comes around, they post fake videos. Doesn't look good for me, so I don't do it. Reality. I wouldn't lower myself, Darla. I can't get lower than Tyler. We don't hide. I'm here to expose truth. I expose shit and expose truth. Everybody knows what he did. He exposed lies. I'm not here to put him down. I'd like you all to go over to Tyler's and tell him, hey, show some of Bruce's work. I don't believe in lowering myself, though. I'm a bit different than that. I don't believe that if I talk about someone badly, that I would lower myself. I think that shit stains deserve to be spoken about. You ever notice how it's really silly how we all protect the shit stains? How everyone protects the ones that are being attacked, and they're bad people. Why? Why help them? Why support them? That's how I look at it. I will Miles moon bases. I'll be careful with them. I don't believe those channels are there for the truth, because if not, they would have showed my videos. I'm not being vain. I caught a UFO fleet on the moon. I would assume everyone would have talked about it. Third phase of Goon. Jersey Dolphins. No, Darla, don't worry. Listen, everybody has an opinion, Darla, right? And that's what happens here on my channel, whether they talk about Secure Team, whether they talk about Officiel Bricolateur, the guy who wears dresses. You got to laugh. You got laugh at the energy of it. That's what I do. I laugh. I clap my hands at it. If somebody's bad enough, that's not true, Ishigo. Yeah, it could be that his pancreas crashed. It could be maybe because he hit the mailbox or whatever. I have no idea. Bruce and the people here too are too wonderful and no BS. Thanks to Stats. But would I put him down? No. See, that's the thing, Darla. He hit a mailbox. There's a police video in friggin' Ohio. How do I know he's there? The Ohio cops put the video up so people would know what he was doing on the road. So, do people get second chances? Of course, no problem. That's right, Patrick. No, I don't need anybody. And again, I wish the best for Tyler. It's too bad. It would have been fun to do a collab. I'll be honest with you. Tyler would have made $1 million, because if Tyler posts my video, he has an amazing community. So automatically he's going to get, views. I do hope one thing. I hope that Tyler remains there for you all. I saw you all get so upset when Tyler left, and a lot of people do appreciate him. I'm Mr. Direct. I'm sorry. I had a problem and an issue with him, but he's got a good channel. He takes people's work, right? He posts everybody's work and he shows a whole bunch of videos. There's a mixture of fake videos and real videos. It's important that you all know that. But don't forget, people do go to his channel for entertainment. And that's okay. That's cool. I wouldn't dare integrate some, fake with real, because, could have problems with that. Cut the cable. You have to cut my cable. Could be, Richard. I'll tell you one thing. I hope the best for him. I do. Really do hope the best for him. Because I'll tell you what, he dropped me and he played me, but I never saw him talk against me online in a bad way. He never did that to me. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people have. I got nothing to hide. Martin, hello. I talked about Secure Team when everyone was trashing him. Maybe you didn't see that, Darla. I made a video about Tyler. Told him I was there to support him. Told him I was there to help him get back on his feet if he wanted to. Olivier Pierre de Belmont, thanks a lot. It's really just that, cleaning the swamp. Will I be hated? Of course I'll be hated. How about you? Are the big God upon the little gods above? What shall you do if you knew that? How about, do you mean, how about you are the big God upon the little gods above? What shall you do if you knew that? If I knew that I was, that's an interesting question, actually. If I knew I was the big God upon the little gods above, and that I was running the show, I would try to be very lenient with everyone. I would try to minimize myself, to be very humble. If I knew that, I don't think I would react very well with having a big title. Honestly, that's an interesting question, though. But if I knew that, I don't know if I'd be able to speak to the world to tell them what to do. That would be my problem. If I was a god, I would have a hard time telling people what to do. I wouldn't be able to. But then again, I don't think God's telling people what to do. Maybe I think God's connecting with people that are connecting with him, maybe. I know something does see what some people do here on earth, but I think God has many little helpers to be able to communicate with us all. That is, he's not necessarily answering all the prayers. I think, like Santa, I think God has a workshop where he has a lot of students that maybe do some of his work for him. Maybe some people call them angels. I don't know. Yeah, that's sad, Jersey, that he did that. But still, honestly, I do wish him the best. And I'll be honest with you, when I go see his community and I see the comments that are there, you guys leave me the freaking most amazing comments, and I can't ask for any more than that. I like, be honest with you, I like bringing it up when somebody asks me about Secure Team. And that's often when I bring it up. But Secure Team's popular. A lot of people will, don't forget, I was his biggest supporter. I followed Secure Team for 10 years, long time, watching his videos. So when he connected with me, I was sort of honored. And it's okay. be careful. A lot of the big channels are there just for um, different reasons. 10:55. I stayed here for 3 hours and I am getting off now. I thank you all so much for taking the time to. Kelly, it could be. He said he was having problems with the government and stuff like that. I just hope one thing, that if it's true what he said, because the boy who cries wolf, I have a hard time believing. If he has health problems, don't worry about it. He's going to be okay, because I'm going to pray for him tonight. Honestly, pray for him so that his health is okay. There's one thing I don't appreciate. Is wishing others harm. I guess it's, even if somebody's did bad to you, it's not necessarily good to do, I guess. I don't guess, I know it. Mainstream media, because I don't watch. Yeah, Floyd, thanks. That's like me. I don't watch mainstream media, man. I know a lot of people that do appreciate the work have come to the channel and flooded the channel in reality, and I can't thank you all enough. I'm going to get off, y'all. I had a lot of fun. Live stream in the middle of the night this week. It's raining and everything all week. Not now, but it's been raining and stuff. So I'll be back outside looking in the sky, both in infrared and with the telescope on the moon, of course. Yeah, Stephen A., that's what I did, brother. Last television, honestly, I'm not kidding. It's back when Terminator videos came out and Police Academy videos. I've been here for a long time in this area, in this town, over 10 years. And cable, I've had it the first year. So I was a long time not having cable either. People are very judgmental. You got to be very careful the way you talk about people sometimes. And I do know a lot of people appreciate Tyler. And I want you all to know, if you're here and you're following Tyler, on his behalf and on my behalf, I always think it's really cool, the people that go to a lot of channels and share different channels. In other words, not just stay stuck on one channel, maybe look around other channels and stuff like that. And a lot of you here were telling me that he turned around and that he changed. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And I hope he is. And you're all welcome here. All of you who follow Tyler, you're always more than welcome to stop by and interact with me here. And I appreciate it you all very much. Thanks, guys and gals. Talk to you all very soon. I just can't get off. It's like I'm stuck here. Bye-bye, everyone. Film Slasher Brian, thanks to you too. Bye, guys. Video coming up. Go see that video, y'all. Christy, good night. I love you. Go and check out the last video, y'all. You will see a close-up of a UFO that came down at almost eye level to me, between 15, 20 feet over my head. It was beautiful. I cried. I was emotional, as I always am when I see these things. And when you have a capture like that, it's important that you thank whoever it is that sent it to you. Bye, Alex. Alex, merci. Thank you. Love you more, Stephen A. Thanks, brother. Love from Canada, my man. Thanks for the energy, Stephen A. And the comments and everything. Good night, Beth. I'm leaving for real. When you come back, I'll still be here, Beth, tomorrow morning. Silver G, good night to you. Richard, Mick, talk to you all very, very soon. Like I dream of Jeannie, I'll disappear now.